Hello, nice to see you again.
Yes, it's good to be here again with you.
今天是第55课第一讲，这一讲里边我们要学习第55课课文 The Financiers 理财家。
The Financiers. That night, as William Easton walked home through the rain, he felt very depressed. It had been a very bad summer for most people, and he had not fared better than the rest. A few weeks with one firm, a few days with another, then out of a job, then on again for a month perhaps, and so on. As a single man, he had never travelled much if he'd happened to be out of work. But now that he was married, it was different. The fear of being out haunted him all the time. He had started for Rushton's & Co. the previous Monday, after being idle for 3 weeks. And as the house where he was working had to be done through, he had congratulated himself on having secured a job that would last till Christmas. But he would have to be careful not to offend Crass, the foreman, who could give him the sack at any time. His home was a small house, one of a long row of similar ones. As he entered, his wife met him in the passage and asked him not to make a noise, as the child had just gone to sleep. They both went softly into the kitchen, where the baby was sleeping in a wicker cradle.
I couldn't think what to give you to eat tonight. I had no money left, and there was nothing in the house except bread and butter. So I cut some bread and toasted it on the fire. I hope you'll like it. It was the best I could do.
That's all right. It smells very nice anyway, and I am very hungry. They remained at the table in silence for some time, and then Easton asked, "How much rent do we owe now?"
4 weeks, and I promised the collector the last time he called that we'd pay 2 weeks next Monday. He was quite nasty about it.
"I suppose you'll have to pay it, that's all."
How much money will you have tomorrow?
He began to reckon up his time. He started on Monday, and today was Friday. 5 days, from 7 till 5, less half an hour for breakfast and an hour for dinner. 8.5 hours a day, 42 hours and a half in all. At 7p an hour, that came to £1 4 and 9p halfpenny. If we pay the 2 weeks' rent, that'll leave us 12 shillings to live on.
But we won't be able to keep all that, because there are other things to pay.
What other things?
We owe the baker 8 shillings for the bread he let us have while you were not working, and there's another 12 shillings we owe for groceries. We'll have to pay them something on account. Then we want some more coal. There's only about a shovelful left, and...
Wait a minute. The best way is to write out a list of everything we owe. Then we shall know exactly where we are. You get me a piece of paper and tell me what to write. Then we'll see what it all comes to. While they were talking, the baby was sleeping restlessly, uttering little cries from time to time. The mother went to kneel at the side of the cradle, gently rocking it with one hand and patting the child with the other.
Except the furniture people, the biggest thing we owe is the rent.
Easton cleared a space on the table and was ready to begin. It seems to me that you don't manage things as well as you might. When you go shopping on Saturday, you just take the money in your hand without knowing exactly what you're going to do with it. And when you come back, it's all gone, and there's next to nothing to show for it. His wife made no reply, her head bending down over the child. Now, let's see. First of all, there's the rent. How much did you say we owe?
4 weeks. That's the 3 weeks you were out and this week.
4 sixes is 24. That's £1.04. He wrote it down. Next.
Grocer, 12 shillings.
Easton looked up in astonishment. 12 shillings? Why, didn't you tell me only the other day that you'd paid up all we owed for groceries?
Don't you remember we owed 35 shillings last spring? Well, I've been paying that bit by bit all the summer. I paid the last of it the week you finished your last job. Then you were out 3 weeks, and as we had nothing in hand, I had to get what we wanted without paying for it.
Well, what else?
We owe the baker 8 shillings. We did own nearly £1, but I've been paying it off a little at a time.
This was added to the list.
Then there's the milkman. I've not paid him for 4 weeks. He hasn't sent a bill yet, but you can work it out. We have 2 pennyworth every day.
That's 4 and 8. Writing it down. Anything else?
We owe the butcher 2 and 7 pence.
Why, we haven't had any meat for a long time. When was it?
3 weeks ago. Don't you remember? A small leg of mutton.
Oh, yes. And he added the item.
Then there's the instalments for the furniture and oilcloth, 12 shillings. A letter came from them today, and something else. 下面我们再来回答一下有关课文的一些问题。Question 1. What was William Easton by profession? What was William Easton by profession?
He was a house painter.
Question 2. What was worrying him as he walked home through the rain? What was worrying him as he walked home through the rain?
Since he didn't have a steady job, he was worrying about the existence of his family.
Question 3. What kind of house did the Eastons have for a home? What kind of house did the Eastons have for a home?
They lived in a small house in a long row of similar ones built by estate owners for workers.
Question 4. Did Easton come home to a decent supper? Did Easton come home to a decent supper?
No, he only had bread and butter for supper.
Question 5. How much did the Eastons owe in debt? How much did the Eastons owe in debt?
Altogether, they were £3.3 and 3 pence in debt.
Question 6. How much did Easton earn for the week he worked for the building firm? How much did Easton earn for the week he worked for the building firm?
He earned £1.4 and 9 pence halfpenny.
Question 7. Was the money Easton earned enough to pay off debts? Was the money Easton earned enough to pay off debts?
No, it was far from enough. They sunk deep into debt.
Question 8. How did Easton feel as his list of debts grew? What did he blame his wife for? How did Easton feel as his list of debts grew? What did he blame his wife for?
His heart sank, and he blamed his wife for not managing things well.
Question 9. Did Easton know that his wife had tried very hard to keep the family going in the 3 weeks he had no job? Did Easton know that his wife had tried very hard to keep the family going in the 3 weeks he had no job?
No, he had no idea of this. In this sense, he was not a considerate husband.
好，下面我们再来看一下课文中的一些疑难点。首先，我们来一起看一下课文第2段中的一句话。
But now that he was married, it was different.
这句话的中文意思是，但既然他结了婚，情况就不同了。Now that 意思是既然，在句中引导原因状语从句，它可以用 since 既然 now 也是既然的意思来代替。好，下面我们来看几个例句，学一下 now that 引出原因状语从句的用法。
Now that the rain has stopped, we can leave.
既然雨停了，我们可以走了。
Now that you are a teacher, you should set a good example to your students.
既然你当了教师，就应该给学生树立一个好榜样。Now that 除了可以引出原因状语从句以外，它还可以引出时间状语从句。好，请看2个例句。
Now that he was really gone, I felt sorry.
当他真的走了的时候，我却感到遗憾。
Now that school is over, most students have gone home.
现在学校放假了，大多数学生都已回家。学会了 now that 的以上两种用法以后，接着我们再来看一下课文第3段中的一句话。
But he would have to be careful not to offend Crass, the foreman, who could give him the sack at any time.
但他的小心，别冒犯了工头克拉斯，因为克拉斯随时都可能解雇他。Give him the sack， 意思是解雇他，直译的意思是给他一个装工具的袋子 ，the sack。Give somebody the sack， 这是19世纪中期英国用语。当时随着英国工业革命的深入，英国的机械修理工队伍日益壮大，几乎到了饱和的地步。所以这些机械修理工经常背着袋子到处找工作，就是找到了工作也朝不保夕。当工头解雇他们的时候，就把这个装工具的袋子还给他们，让他们另谋出路。所以被解雇，英文 get the sack 或者 to be given the sack 就作为口头语流传开了。这和我们当今的时髦语炒鱿鱼有着异曲同工之处。英文中表示解雇这个意思还有许多种表达方法，比如
He dismissed his secretary because she was often late for work.
因为他的秘书经常上班迟到，所以他就把他辞退了。Dismiss 这是比较正式的用法，经常在不同场合使用。
He was fired from his job last month.
他上个月被解雇了。Fire 也是解雇的意思，是19世纪晚期以来的用语，现在又重新被人们使用了。
I may get the boot if I don't work hard.
我如果工作不努力，就可能被解雇。Get the boot 也是口语，意思是被解雇。
He is not the first commentator to be canned by an editor.
他并不是第一位遭主编解雇的评论员。To be canned 被解雇的意思是20世纪初期美国用语，它现在已经被停用，但偶尔又被一些喜欢赶时髦的记者在报纸或杂刊上使用。在英美等工业发达国家，也许解雇的现象太普遍了，所以就产生了以上这么多种说法。这里给大家介绍这些说法，并不是鼓励大家都去使用，而是要识别它们，提高理解能力。比如说 to be canned 这种说法，既不容易掌握，也不易推广，但是我们必须理解它的意思。因为随着广播、报纸、电视的发展，一些旧的语言又翻出来使用，所以在学习英语的过程当中，我们要提高语言的鉴别能力。这一点是很难的，但是也正是我们学习语言的乐趣所在。好，接着我们再来看一下214页上的另外一句话。
Then we'll see what it all comes to.
这句话的中文意思是，这样我们就会知道一共欠多少债。It 指的是欠债 debt，come to 是一个固定短语，意 意思是总数为、总共，相当于 to amount to 或者 to add up to。好，下面我们通过例句来看一下 come to 这个短语的用法。
His debt comes to 10,000 yuan.
他一共欠款1万元。
The bill comes to $30.
账单金额为$30。在学习英语的时候，像 come to 这样看似简单的词组，一定要理解并学会使用它。课文中另外一句话里边也出现了 come to 这个词汇，它的用法和这一句里边的相同，请大家找一下。好，接着我们再来看一下214页上的另外一句话。
It seems to me that you don't manage things as well as you might.
这句话的中文意思是：我觉得你本来可以把家务管理得更好些，但是你没有管好。Might 后面省略了 have managed， 所以整句应该是 It seems to me that you don't manage things as well as you might have managed. 表示本来应该做好，但并没有做好。在上一讲谈到情态动词的用法时，我们曾经提到过 might 或者 could 加上不定式完成式的这种用法。好，现在我们再来多看几个例句。
You might have told me you weren't coming.
你不来，可以事先告诉我一声吗？这句话中的 might 也可以用 could 代替。
I might have left yesterday, but I didn't.
我本来昨天可以走，但是没走成。这句中的 might 也可以用 could 代替。从以上的例句中，我们可以看出 might 加上完成不定式，可以表示本来可以做好，但是没有做好这层意思。除此之外，这种结构还可以表示对过去事情的一种猜测。好，请看例句。
He might have heard it from John.
他可能是从约翰那里听说这件事的。
He might have received the letter I wrote him last week.
他可能已收到我上星期给他写的信。
William Easton might have found another job.
William Easton 可能又找到了一份工作。
The story we heard in this lesson is a very famous and interesting story, but it took place a long time ago in England in the bad old days.
正如 Terry 说的一样，课文的故事发生在19世纪，现在这种现象已经不存在了，工人有工会的保护。That's all for today. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.